Hi, everyone. Welcome to our third and final Google Hangout, and we are excited to share some new information with you about digital citizenship. All right, so many of you may be asking yourself, what is digital citizenship? So many people think that digital citizenship is simply knowing how to use the internet and how to log on. But digital citizenship involves much more than just knowing the basics of the internet. Instead, it focuses on using the internet to collect and collaborate in the most safe, smart, ethical, and efficient way possible. So, teaching digital citizenship in today's classrooms is something that is very vital. So, in today's society, it is very important that kids are learning how to utilize the internet and their resources and how to use it to their full advantage. So, along with teaching them about how the internet can advantage them, it's extremely important that we are also teaching children how to use the internet safely and responsibly while taking advantage of it. So, Common Sense has a K through 12 digital citizenship program that focuses on teaching kids how to face everyday dilemmas with technology and digital citizenship. And the program is based on research from Dr. Gardner and from Harvard, and it includes age-appropriate lessons and content, games, teacher training, and family education. And these are all designed to strengthen students and communities on a variety of different topics, all based on digital citizenship. So what to advise when teaching digital citizenship and topics in the program? The best way to teach it is by addressing the real problems that students and teachers face every day due to technology. So some of these problems include internet safety. So children should be taught how to interact with people on the web and how to avoid online predators. We need to be teaching kids that they don't really know who's behind the other screen and they need to be careful who they're chatting and talking to. We also need to be teaching kids privacy and security. So children should be taught who to trust their information with, how to create strong passwords, how to use privacy settings, and how to protect their information. So basically just that they shouldn't be sharing their information with just anybody. We should also be teaching them relationships and communication. Children should be taught that when they communicate with others, they need to be aware of how it can make others feel and who they are communicating with. So kids should also be taught a code of conduct that teaches them digital citizenship. Cyberbullying and digital drama. Students should learn about cyberbullying and digital drama, as well as what to do if they are involved in it and how to stop it. So students should also be taught anti-cyberbullying campaigns and why they should never participate in any kind of cyberbullying, and really just mainly how to stop cyberbullying if they see it happening. Digital footprint and reputation. Students should learn that every time they post something, they're leaving and building a digital footprint, and it can affect how people view them and others. So they should learn that just because they delete something doesn't mean that it can't turn back up. And it's important to leave a positive digital footprint rather than a negative one. So for example, Snapchats, many kids think that just because they delete them, they're gone, but everything from the internet can be pulled back up. Self-image and identity, it teaches students that while social media and other websites can be a great platform to represent themselves, it can also affect their relationship and reputation offline. So it's important for kids to know that they shouldn't do or post anything that they normally wouldn't want people to see offline. And it's important to discuss the benefits and risk of self-expression online. So what to advise when teaching digital citizenship is another thing is information literacy. Children should be taught that this is the ability to find, evaluate, and utilize info from the web. So it's important to stress to kids that not everything on the internet is true. For example, when you go on Wikipedia, it's not always going to be true information, or Google, and it's important to find proper databases and proper places to search for credible information. And then finally, we should be teaching them creative, credit, and copyright. So it's important to teach kids not to view the internet as a free-for-all, and that information has been posted, and any information that has been posted belongs to someone. So students should learn about plagiarism, copyright infringement, piracy, and they should also learn about fair use so they know how to properly use information from the web. So, more about digital citizenship. It is practiced by an organization called Common Sense, as I mentioned before. And through this organization, you can find Scope and Sequence, which is a K through 12 citizenship curriculum that includes lesson plans, games, and materials for learning about digital literacy. Games and interactives. These are award-winning interactive learning games that help kids learn digital literacy by putting them in real-life dilemmas, and digital citizenship training, which includes an hour tutorial on digital citizenship and resources for digital citizenship. So this can apply to the Samara model. So substitute, kids will be taught how to be safe, responsible, and how to use resources while using the internet rather than just teaching them how to do these tasks during everyday life. Augment, teachers will instruct students on topics such as internet safety, privacy and security, online relationships, cyberbullying, online reputation, internet self-image, information literacy, and copyright rules online. This would be done rather than only learning about safety, privacy, relationships, bullying, reputation, self-image, and copyright in everyday life. So students will learn to make the connection that they need to use the practice of good citizenship both online and offline in real life situations. And then modification, students' everyday use of the internet and social media will be modified to use digital citizenship. So students will be required to practice safety, privacy, and more when using technology. And this will be done through both practice and interactive games that will give them real life scenarios and that will make them face how to properly display digital citizenship when they face these scenarios. And then finally, redefinition. Children will use their knowledge of digital citizenship to create new campaigns and platforms. So, for example, students can use what they learned about cyberbullying to create anti-cyberbullying campaigns throughout their school based on new information they received on the subject. So let's learn more about digital citizenship and take a closer look by looking at scope and sequence.
All right, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about scope and sequence. All right. So I'm going to talk about what was on the scope and sequence page. This part of the website talks about the curriculum and what goes along with digital citizenship. So what does the curriculum consist of? The comprehensive curriculum was designed to help empower students to think critically, teach them to behave safely online, and help them participate responsibly in the digital world. On what tools can be found on this page. On the page, you can find everything that you need to teach your students, from lesson plans, videos, student interactives or games, and assessments. And there are other tools that can be helpful for family and teachers, such as professional learning and family outreach materials, along with the digital citizenship turnkey curriculum, which provides the schools with everything that you would need to make a whole community approach to digital citizenship. So how do you find these lessons and what you need? First, you would go onto the scope and sequence page, and then you would select your grade band, which is either K to 2, grades 3 to 5, grades 6 to 8, or grades 9 to 12. And then you click on which unit you want, which should either be 1, 2, or 3. And then you filter them by the different topics. So either self-image and identity, relationships and communication, digital footprint and reputation, cyberbullying and digital drama, privacy and security, or in creative, credit, and copyright. And if you guys want some more information about this, you can also download the scope and sequence PDF, which is on that page, and it goes a little bit more into detail about what each unit and topic is about. All right.
My turn? All right. So now we're going to go look at games and interactives. All right. So there's 3 of them. We have Digital Passport, Digital Compass, and Digital Bytes. for grades 3 to 5. It's an award-winning game, and it teaches children about digital citizenship and internet safety. Some basic information. It addresses key issues children are facing in today's world. It has critical skills for safety, respect, and community. And there's 5 games for students that include videos, 3 levels of gameplay, collaborative offline activities, teacher wraparound materials, and aligned digital citizenship lessons. These are the names of the games. Each one is 45-minute modules. There's Talkers that teaches benefits of focusing on one task at a time. Share Jumper evaluates messages and decides when it's appropriate to share certain information and when. It's also reinstated that nothing is truly private. Evolve teaches what to do if a student or a friend are being cyberbullied, and it encourages students to take action to stop cyberbullying. Search Shark teaches tips that are taught to narrow internet searches. And Mix and Mash is media already created that gets remixed into new media, and the real artists are cited throughout this. Some additional information, implementing in the classroom when time is an issue. You can experience interactive components such as the video and just the games, so 15 minutes. Digital Passport keeps track of students' progress in the games. This is not to save their spot in the game, with the exception of Mix and Match. This will give students options to save. Or I'm sorry, this does not save their spots in the game, except for Mix and Match. Teachers are able to access students' progress and scores throughout their program. Certificates of achievement are available for print to encourage students in modules. Digital passports are earned when all 5 modules have been completed. And students have full access to the digital passport outside of the school. Students' data is stored. Oh, sorry. Why does that happen? Students' data is stored by Common Sense Media, your server, so that third parties don't have access to it. For Digital Compass, it's for grades 6 to 8. This game is award-winning and free, and it allows children to explore virtual lives and watch how their decision-making in the game can affect their relationships and futures. Students learn core digital citizenship skills in this game. With Digital Compass, the students will be able to find facts and gather data for what was that word? Conscientious decisions. They synthesize information and evaluate options. They assess situations in order to make informed judgments. They reflect on decisions and determine alternative choices. They build interpersonal empathy by role-playing and taking the perspective of others. They base competencies through game-based learning, and they apply learning to real-world situations. These are the different storyline options. There's citation, infestation, sticky situation, Kung Fu Fibber, Hack-A-Wrong, Digital Heartbreak, Break It Down, Insta-Slammed, and Me. I provided the link to the Educator Guide and the Quick Start Guide for some additional information on those. Storylines were developed heavily from research. Students' developmental needs were the focus of an appropriate design, and 3 forms of assessment are included in Digital Compass. There's it records all scores of minigames. It suggests reflective and creative writing prompts. And if the unit of the lesson in conjunction is taught, students can take an interactive unit assessment. Just like Digital Passport, students can also earn badges throughout different scenarios. All right, and the last one is Digital Bites for grades 6 to 12. Digital Bites is for teens to explore digital citizenship issues in the real world. Student-directed media and rich activities, and teens are able to showcase their ideas for creating smart, safe, and creative choices online. This engages teens in media reflection, media deconstruction, and media creation. Some more basic information. There are media-rich activities that are designed to encounter real-world scenarios. You can learn from other peer experiences, collaborate to make group projects that practice smart and safe online choices. Students can earn badges by finishing each section, and the program is free to download and use. This takes 2 hours for completion. Bytes covers 8 digital citizenship topics. An example would be internet hoaxes. YouTube or Vimeo can be used to upload students' videos. And to summarize, Bytes is a fun and safe way for students to explore real-life internet outcomes and then express into their own creativity ways for other children to practice internet safety. All right, so let's take a look at our next section, curriculum tutorial.
So I'm going to talk to you guys about the curriculum tutorial. And it was created by Common Sense, and if you want more information, you can just go to commonsense.org. The curriculum tutorial is a lesson to help teach people how to have students think critically, behave safely, and participate responsibly in the digital world. It provides training for grades kindergarten through 2nd, 3rd through 5th, 6th through 8th, and 9th through 12th. And each grade level takes about an hour, and it provides lessons, student interactives, and the Connecting Families program. So it's not time consuming. It's available on multiple devices, and it provides a certificate of completion after each tutorial. And it has lessons and interactives for students. And the only issue would be without technology at home, students might not have any prior knowledge of digital citizenship. So that's the end of our Hangout. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. I hope you guys learned a lot. Thanks.